Opening statements started in November, but today the last word from a Georgia judge will be heard when it comes to the case of Ahmaud Arbery's killers. Sentences will be handed down for Travis and Gregory McMichael and their friend William Roddy Bryant, the men who chased Arbery down while he was jogging and shot him to death, claiming they thought he was burglarizing homes under construction, even though there was no evidence to that effect. Attorney Michelle Trigger joins me now live to discuss the parole possibilities for these three as they face life sentences. Michelle, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. Now, you've worked at the Sacramento County DA's office and then went into private practice as a criminal defense attorney. So first, your impressions of this whole case, since you've worked a courtroom from both sides. So many interesting quirks to this one, including these men claiming originally self-defense in the middle of a supposed citizen's arrest of Arbery.
This was a fascinating case for anyone who's ever worked in criminal law because it was really an all or nothing defense. Either the jury was going to believe this was a completely justified killing, self-defense, or that it was murder. And the jury did find that it was the latter and that these men committed murder. And so I was absolutely just entrenched in this case, and I know many others were as well. And of course, we have these very important sort of political undertones, these racial issues that were included as well, making this a very important and significant case.
All three of these convicted killers face a minimum of life in prison in this fatal shooting. It's Judge Walmsley's decision if those life terms will come with or without the possibility of parole. What kind of convincing argument is there to be made for parole here?
Probably the most persuasive argument for these men, and there's not many, is going to be that one of them, the actual shooter, is just 35 years old. And so if this is a sentence that is without the possibility of parole, he will indeed remain in prison for the rest of his life, which at 35 is a very, very long time. The other two men are a bit older, the oldest being 66. So without being too morbid, it's not quite as significant because even a possibility of 30 years paroled is going to mean practically a life sentence. But youth is certainly a mitigating factor. And at least in my experiences, judges tend to take that very seriously, whether or not they're putting a young person or certainly a younger person away indefinitely.
We know that Arbery's family has been offering testimony in the sentencing hearing today before the judge. And of course, obviously, Arbery, a young man himself, and his life gone. So they're stressing that factor as well as the judge considers the youth mitigating factor that you just mentioned. Parole may be moot, though, because these men are also facing federal hate crimes trials next month for interference with rights and attempted kidnapping for the cornering of Arbery. The McMichaels, the father and son pair, are also charged with one count of using, carrying, and brandishing a gun in relation to a crime of violence. Travis also charged with firing. They could get the death penalty if found guilty.
That's correct. And this federal indictment, it's absolutely possible that this will make this possibility of parole versus no possibility of parole quite moot. Federal hate crimes and the sentencing that comes with them is very serious. And so if they are found guilty, which most people anticipate they will be, this is going to become less significant for them. And you're absolutely right. They could face the death penalty. I would be a bit surprised if they pursued that in that indictment, but it's certainly a possibility. At minimum, they are looking at some significant extra time.
Given the fact that the death penalty is still on the table, with that situation in the offing, if you're a defense attorney, do you not try to appeal these state charges and then maybe that will be off the table there and then the death penalty may be off the table in the federal hate crimes trial?
You always exhaust all appeals, and I have no doubt that the defense attorneys in this matter will do so. It's going to benefit them to do so quickly and to do so to hopefully assist with the federal case as well. And so I anticipate as soon as this sentence comes down, we'll likely hear that they're going to be filing a notice of appeal. It's also practically automatic if you get any type of a life sentence that you're going to exhaust appeal. And that's why I also think during this sentencing, the judge is going to be very careful, take his time, be very articulate with why he's providing the sentence he is to try and protect the appeal, because it's not just the trial that's on appeal, it's going to be his sentence potentially as well.
All righty, we'll have to put a pin in it there, but we are still watching and waiting to see what comes out of that Georgia courtroom. Thank you so much for your insight today.
You're very welcome.
It has been